Welcome to Demand Forecasting Session 8. This is for the online class. This is a supplemental podcast to help with the exercise assigned for the online class. So when we talk about forecast error, it's the difference between the forecast and actual demand. Okay, and we're going to look at two different forecasting methods, mean absolute deviation and mean squared error. These are two different methods of many, but we're going to use two. And we're going to use those two methods, and we're going to calculate the values of MAD and MSE, and we're going to determine which method is better because it will have the lowest score. All right, so the method with the lowest score is going to be the better method. Alpha is going to be used in the exponential smoothing, and it's used to smooth out the data, so we're going to apply that. That's how we're going to use solver. So at this point, you should have added in solver. All right, I'm going to go right now to Excel and show you how to go about adding solver into this into your program, your application. Okay, so I give you some instructions for the exercise around the first tab, far left tab, the solver added. I give you instructions for it. I'm going to briefly show you how to do this on a Microsoft product. So the first step is go to File, left-hand side, drop down, go to Options. Now on Options, if you go down from General all the way down to Add-ins, you'll left-click on Add-ins, go all the way to the bottom, Excel Add-ins, you'll click Go, and then you have all these options. You want to click on Solver Add-in. Okay, and now when you go to the Data tab, far right-hand side, you'll see Solver here on the far right-hand side. That way you'll know you have it. I give you some instructions for Apple products as well. You're going to look at two different methods here. The first method is our method for simple moving average. Okay, and in this method, I already give you a starter formula, and in your sheet, the starter formula is formulated in a gold color, something like this. Okay, so the formulas are already there. So as we learned in case 2 and at the beginning of this class session, if we use a drag and drop method, it's going to drag all those formulas, whoop, not all the way there, all the way across. Okay, so it's going to drag all the formulas across, and now you're going to see populated. You're going to see the MAD, mean absolute deviation, and mean squared error. Both of those again have been pre-calculated, and that's our scorecard right there. And so we're going to compare that method to our simple exponential smoothing. Again, I give you the formulas. It's a matter of taking and dragging and dropping those formulas down on this sheet. Okay, so same process here. You'll drag them across. Now, your mean absolute deviation and mean squared error are going to be our measuring sticks. We're going to look at mean squared error through alpha. All right. One of the ways we're going to solve, and I didn't drag all the formulas down, okay, but I can show you how to use solver. So let's go to the Data tab, and solver is going to indicate, or solver is going to be found on the right-hand side of your screen. My cursor is set on C value B1. I will go to solver. And solver actually has the formula in that I'd like you to apply to this. Now, of course, you've actually got to drag all the formulas across in this spreadsheet. But what it's going to do is it's going to set the objective of B3. B3 is our mean squared error. It's going to say, okay, we're going to minimize that, get the lowest value of the mean square error by changing the alpha value. All right, that's the B1. So you can see right here, by changing variable cell B1. And then I've got the constraints already set. Alpha has got to be less than 1 and greater than 0. That's what I've got set here in the constraints. Okay, now I'm going to solve this again. I didn't drag all the formulas across. You can go ahead and do that. All right, but you'll know that solver executed the process correctly by this message. It says solver found a solution. All constraints and conditions are satisfied. Click OK. And then if you were to drag all the formulas across, you would see your alpha value. You would also be able to evaluate the MAD and MSE of both methods. the simple exponential smoothing, excuse me, and the simple the simple moving average for 4 periods. Okay, so again, you're looking at these MAD values between the two different methods. Okay, so hopefully that provides you with some guidance on the process. You're able to go ahead and solve for the exponential smoothing. All right, I'm going to have 2 questions as part of the top hat session. Those questions are related to this exercise. If you complete the exercise, you should be able to answer those questions. If you have questions, reach out to me. Make it a great rest of the day. Thank you.